Good morning and good afternoon from wherever you are from. Today is my second daily doodle, and as you can see, I'm just working on separating my page. Again, I'm working with an A5 sheet of paper. I don't know, I just find this size to be the easiest to work with. I guess you can work with whatever you want. In my last video, I didn't talk about what sort of paper this is, and to be honest, it's not even watercolor paper. I'm just using a thicker, I believe it's a 110 GSM paper. I think it's for printing, but it works reasonably well. I guess in the end you can see how the paper bows a little bit, where if you had a thicker watercolor paper, it wouldn't do this. Okay, so here I guess you can see my probable need to get like a water dropper or something like that. I think it would be easier to do this step, but for now this works. I was really feeling like using a warm yellow today. It's actually really like overcast. It's a nice change from the heat that we've had lately here in Australia, but it's a very overcast day, so I was thinking something sunny might be a nice gesture. For this one, I really wanted to get that warm tone in, so I mixed a little bit of the orange with the yellow. I guess I didn't talk about this last time either. The paints that I'm using, we can see that I'm mixing them all together, and I'm not entirely bothered by that. They're a pretty cheap set. I'm trying to find, I think they might be like, I don't know, a Montmartre. I don't know how to say that name either, but they're like a cheap $2 store sort of watercolor set. I bought them ages ago, so yeah, use whatever you have. Honestly, when I first thought about making this video, I wanted to go out and buy colors, but you know, I had a lot of this sort of stuff, so I guess in future videos you might see me working towards getting some more supplies. Here you can see I'm working on the shape again using that yellow. It's definitely not as opaque as the blue that I used yesterday, but you know, it's doing the job, and I think will reflect the black pigment really well. Again, I'm not really thinking about what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make a shape aesthetic, I suppose. In my head I see little pieces of things where I'm like, oh, that could be an ear or that could be a nose, but nothing too crazy. So I guess you would have just seen the cut where I waited about maybe 10-15 minutes for the paint to dry, and I'm just grabbing pens. This is the Staedtler 0.5, same one as I used yesterday. I just find this thickness to be really good for this task. So yeah, I'm just testing, and then I'm going to go in. It takes a little bit for me to think about what I'm going to do. I try and be very spontaneous when I'm doing this, but I guess taking a little step back before I start, there is that anxiety within me that's like, as soon as I put pen to paper, you know, I could have ruined this, but I guess with work like this, it's hard to ruin. So yeah, I just forced myself to jump straight in, and to be honest, I jumped in like the middle section, like the part that I could have ruined the most, because I guess it's easy to do the outline, if that makes sense, because you can put things within it. But if you start in the center, you're sort of like agreeing to do that. But you know, it turned out really good. It's weird, I don't really draw guys or men very often in my practice, but these pictures are translating to me as men. I don't know why, but I guess it was just easier to go down that route, which is really, really nice because, yeah, I haven't had a whole lot of experience with this. Okay, so this part's actually kind of funny because I drew the eyes, I really like them, and then I was having a bit of a moment trying to decide what I was going to do with the nose and the mouth. As you can see, I'm sort of using my scrap piece of paper to do ideas. I don't know, I just didn't know where to place it, so I was just trialing different placements, different styles. I actually ended up drawing a different style on the page than what I had tested, but it turned out really, really well. I love that I gave him a double chin. I don't know why I did this, to be honest, but yeah, I just thought that that extra bump down the bottom from where the paint was indicated to me that he should have a double chin. I don't know. Here you can see I'm swapping to the Staedtler 0.3. Again, I really, really like this brand for smooth, good quality pens, I guess. I'm just using the 0.3 for some of the details in the hair. It is one of my favorite things at the moment, adding those little like spots of light in the hair. I just find this easier with a smaller pen. I do secretly wish that I had made his hair a color other than black, which I think maybe in tomorrow's artwork I will do. I want to start experimenting with more colors instead of just the watercolor that I'm using. At first, when I was thinking about it, I thought, I can't do that. That's not sort of part of the rules of this. But I guess because there are no rules, using color or bringing in different mediums is absolutely fine. So I guess if you are following along, do what makes you happy. Use what you have. Here I'm using a very, very old Copic marker. I got this for my birthday maybe 5 years ago, back when I was studying architecture, which, I have used this pen quite a bit, so props to Copic for making pens that last quite a while. I do love these as well because you can refill them, which is so handy and reduces a lot of waste. So I do love the brush tip end of this. I find it really easy to get into smaller spots compared to sort of the chisel tip, which I think is better for covering large areas. So yeah, I'm just filling in the hair. I guess now is a good time to talk about like, I don't know, I guess there's not going to be many people commenting at this point in time, but I was thinking about maybe talking about some topics whilst I draw these. I mean, it's fun to talk about the techniques and styles and mediums I'm using, but I guess the more I do these, the more you'll know what I'm using and what I prefer. So I don't know, I can leave just the sound audio over the clips, but I don't know, I thought it would be a good time to talk about you know, just some topics that I've been thinking about, and maybe engage with you guys if you're keen on the comments. So I guess let me know what you think, and I'll try and maybe do some questions. I can definitely answer some questions. I guess you don't know much about me at this point in time. So yeah, if you want to know anything, let me know. Otherwise, in the next video, maybe I'll try and discuss some topics. Okay, so here I've grabbed just this, to be honest, I think I got from Daiso in Japan, and it's literally just a pacer that holds, you know, like the thicker, I think it's a 3mm lead. Again, I got this when I was doing lots of architecture drawing. I love these pens or pencils because you can cover a lot of area, and it's just nice to use as opposed to like a standard pencil. I got this out again off of that using a different medium idea that was floating around in my head. I wanted to give him grey under hair, so sort of like a toupee moment. Here I noticed as well that I didn't have the other side to draw in, so I just gave him a little section, and then filling that in with the graphite. I did have some grey pens that I probably could have used, but this was what I had on hand, so that's what I used. And here you can see me thinking, I had this great moment where I was like, you know what, I think I should add some shadows. I think it would look good and not as flat. Sorry about the noises you can probably hear. I have a dog and he is scratching his face. Okay, so I had this moment to add in some shadows with the pencil, which I think turned out really, really well. I think it gave it that depth that my previous drawing didn't have. So yeah. I guess this is sort of where I'll probably sign off. Don't have much else to say about this piece other than I think that he ended up being sort of like a creepy salesman, maybe like a car salesman. I don't know, that's how I envisioned him. But yeah, I'll just let you watch the rest of the clip. Just to end, I guess I'm thinking about turning the clips around so that when you're watching them, they're the right way around, if that makes sense. So let me know. I'll trial it in the next video. I hadn't even noticed, to be honest, in this clip and the last clip. But yeah, I'll trial that.